What have been some of the common causes of conflict in my own life? I'd say most common cause of conflict is the over conflict, as I tend to be very passionate about things that are out of control in my own life, such as such as the game club I've mentioned earlier in the previous video. That as of right now, it doesn't look too good. I'm being personally attacked by some moderators. There have been little to no moderation at all, despite the fact most of them being centered around other people, centered around the small things, as well as simply just not being fun to hang around in. But I do try to keep it civil and keep trying to make it a club, and I do have to just let go because I was the co-president, but not anymore. Explain an instance where you use a compliance gain strategy. I'll say with bargaining with a friend who felt because one time when it's Spotify Wrapped that everyone knows about, you show you about your top listened to artists, about top listened to songs, what just. However, I made a joke. I made put a joke picture saying of a guy holding a sign saying nobody cares about your Spotify Wrapped, and one person took it seriously to the point that he directly messaged me that that they feel offended and they want me to take it off. That person was that person was close to me, so I decided that all right, how about this? I will take down a picture, but also so there won't be any further conflict. How about I send a picture of my of my Spotify playlist that I do think is a bit funny, as you'll be able to see in the thumbnail of the video that I listen to I'm the 0.01% listener of a specific song, and it's kind of funny. But she decided that that it was just a bit of a hassle. She apo- she apologized, said I was just stressing her, and I apologized if I that I was stressing her, and things just worked out. How can we assume there's truth in our perspective? The thing is, everybody has their own perspective and biases, so whatever somebody says of a story, even moi, can actually be only through the lens of them, rather than the whole reality itself. To get it, without getting into philosophy, reality is shaped by the eye of the beholder about what we all see and what it can do with it, as no one story can tell the whole tale. Some people may think they know it all by using simply just logic. However, there's always going to be some different variables that we can't account for because they're in our blind side of what we perceive or subconsciously perceive. Because if I were to say, "Oh, this person punched me for no reason," maybe because you actually did something that to hurt them first, that would warrant something like that. Because you don't exactly know why, but through your own perspective, a man just seemingly come out of nowhere just to insult you, and that can lead to a whole spew of problems. The assault the assault and the non understanding of why to get assault. Because sometimes it is warranted, sometimes it's not warranted. So we all should be able to think about what we're doing and what we're saying, because everything is up to can be up to subjectivity in most cases, especially in social dynamics. Thank you.